You know, AI is moving so fast it's almost dizzying. And it brings up a huge question, one that affects all of us. Is my job going to be around tomorrow? The answer, well, it's a lot more interesting than just a simple yes or no.
Okay, so before we look ahead, let's just get real about what's happening right now. AI is already writing our articles. It's drafting our emails. It's putting together reports.
It's not just writing, it's also coding. We're talking building software, squashing bugs, tasks that used to take years of specialized training.
And get this, it can even design logos, websites, art. It's tackling skilled creative work, and honestly, it's getting better every single day.
So, that all leads to the big one, right? The question that's probably on your mind. If AI can do all of that, what jobs are actually left for us? And maybe more importantly, how do we make sure we end up on the right side of this whole thing? All right, before I just give you a list of safe jobs, we need to get one thing straight. There's a core rule here that changes everything. It's not about your job title. Nope, it's about the actual tasks you do day in and day out. Okay, so here's the heart of it. AI is a rock star at anything that's predictable, repeatable, and follows a pattern. Think about it. If a task is just a series of steps that uses old data to make a decision, well, that's right in AI's wheelhouse. This really breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you have everything AI is amazing at, finding patterns, doing repetitive work, crunching data. But look at the other side. This is where it struggles. The real, unpredictable world, building genuine human trust, making those high-stakes strategic calls. This right here, this is the playbook.
Okay, so now that we have the rule, let's put it to the test. We're going to look at 5 job categories that are built on everything AI is bad at. These aren't just random guesses. They're prime examples of our survival rule in action.
First up, the skilled trades. This is like the perfect example of work that just thrives on real-world chaos.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. An electrician, a plumber, a mechanic. No two jobs are ever the same, right? Every old house has weird wiring, every burst pipe is a unique mess. The real world is just messy, and it demands physical problem solving that robots are, frankly, still terrible at.
Number 2 is all about something that technology just can't replicate, and that's genuine human trust.
You know, an AI can spit out facts all day long, but can it truly reassure you when you're scared? When people are at their most vulnerable, talking to a therapist, a nurse, a great coach, they need that human connection. In these jobs, the connection is the service, and that's incredibly hard to automate.
Okay, number 3. This one's maybe a little obvious, but it's also one of the most powerful. It's the people who are actually building all this AI stuff. We're talking about the AI engineers, the data scientists, the people creating the whole system. Look, if AI is the new engine driving the economy, then the people building and owning that engine are in the driver's seat. It's simple. Ownership beats just using the tool every single time.
All right, for our 4th category, let's move up the ladder to the folks who handle the big picture strategy, risk, and, this is key, the ultimate accountability.
See, an AI can analyze a mountain of data and say, here's what you should do, but it can't be held responsible if that decision goes sideways. That's for the executives, the entrepreneurs, the leaders. They have to weigh things AI doesn't get, like ethics and long-term consequences. AI gives you the data, but humans have to own the outcome, and that job isn't going anywhere.
And that brings us to number 5. And honestly, for most of us, this is probably the biggest opportunity of all, the hybrid role.
The game here isn't trying to beat AI. It's about using it as a partner. It's the lawyer who uses AI to smash through legal research in minutes, not days. Or the marketer who uses it to understand customers on a global scale. These are people who take their deep human expertise and use AI as a force multiplier to become 10 times more effective.
All right, to make this crystal clear, let's flip it around for a second. Let's look at the jobs most at risk, because understanding what's vulnerable really highlights what's valuable.
Think about things like repetitive data entry, writing basic articles, routine coding fixes, or following a standard customer service script. What's the common thread? They're all done on a screen, they're predictable, and they follow a clear set of rules. I mean, this is basically a welcome mat for AI automation.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? It's not just a list of safe versus unsafe jobs. It's about a massive shift in what our economy actually values.
You know, for a long time, the old deal was pretty simple. You traded your time and your labor for a paycheck. But that reality is changing. The new reality is that value flows to ownership.
owning the systems, the ideas, the results, and to people who are just incredibly adaptable.
So this is what it takes to really thrive in the age of AI. It's more of a mindset than a job title. You've got to be willing to adapt, to build new things, to take ownership, and to be the one who combines your unique human skills with these incredibly powerful new tools.
And that brings us to the final question, the one you really need to ask yourself, because these big technology shifts always create winners and losers. The question for all of us isn't if AI is going to change things. The real question is, are you going to try and compete against it, or are you going to figure out how to work with it?